Oh, it's like to our left, to our left, to our left. On top of the hill there.
Match. He's at 2.5. He's at 1 heart. He's dying.
Oh yeah, he's
Right there?
Dying to blue team. Dying to blue team.
Oh.
Gaming time.
Gaming time it is. Welcome to another episode of UHC Stories, where I over-dramatize every single detail in a single match of UHC to try and make this stale-ass game entertaining for you all. For this episode, we're keeping it recent, a Picked To5 game hosted by Joey in 1.12 over this past summer. My team was comprised of not the most skilled players in this version, Burning, Mathy, Ninyaya, and C1N. But considering that two of us didn't even have a choice to join any other team as we were the last two to pick our teams, we kinda just accepted that and were ready to have a silly time. What I didn't expect was to find Lego Beast in a rather fancy suit on the river. We had our moment of fun diving into the river chasing after an apple that had dropped, but we both quickly moved on with our games to go and gather more resources. Now, besides that quick excursion, my early game was off to a pretty decent start. I had some chickens, some early iron from a surface cave, a swamp biome where I could farm a bunch of apples. Things were looking pretty good. So after gathering all of our day one supplies, off to the caves we all went. Or rather, a water pool in my case, to try and get some resources. I did manage to find some gold in this random water pocket, but it was not enough. I had to continue digging, swinging my pickaxe from... You get the idea. You know what I'm gonna stop myself. Point being, I eventually found an actual cave, but there was a mineshaft in it, and with 2 immediate minecart chests too, giving me some bonus loot. And moments later, I found yet another minecart chest left behind containing, yeah. I didn't have long to enjoy this newly found Projectile Protection 1 book, as Burning got poisoned by a devious witch moments later, and even fewer moments later, he would fall to a spider. Now down to 4 players on our team, we still didn't have time to sulk on the passing of our teammate. We had more resources to gather. It wasn't really boding well for us, though, considering I had found 0 diamonds in a diamond-level mineshaft, and I was also finding more gold than the 3 remaining teammates that I had.
I have 27 gold, gamers.
Oh,
Nice. I have 4.
I have 2.
Let's go, team.
I got 6.
Let's
Go team.
Yeah, not great. Having had no luck in the mineshaft at this point, I found a diversion in the cave that led me a little bit further along to an enderman that luckily had dropped an ender pearl. Now keep this in mind. It'll come very useful later in this game. I had managed to find my way back into the mineshaft where I made the daredevilish decision to go and break a cave spider spawner. However, I would soon regret this maneuver as one sneaky little bastard was hiding in a corner waiting to pounce, forcing me to eat not just 1, but 2 of my golden apples. Finally, after over 40 minutes of gameplay, I had finally found diamonds for our team, and it was enough to get enchanted, thankfully. So I mined the obsidian, made the enchantment table, got myself enchanted, and then headed to the surface to meet up with my team. So by this point, we're 50 minutes into the game. I want to take a moment to recap exactly what has happened, starting with the good things. So, I found a bunch of resources on day 1. I found a diamond level mineshaft. And that's about it, unfortunately. Now let's recap everything that went wrong, shall we? So I found an enchanted book, but it was basically useless. It was only Projectile Protection 1. Burning got poisoned by a witch and died, so we were now a team of 4 in a team of 5 game. I had more gold than my 3 other teammates combined after 30 minutes into the game. I myself had gotten poisoned by a cave spider, and it took over 40 minutes for any of us to find diamonds. So in this situation, with how terrible our gear was, what's the most logical thing to do, you may ask, loyal viewer? It's probably go caving and hope that our luck turns around. So that's what I set off to go do. And following our team's tradition of terrible luck this game, the cave that I had dug into was already explored. So let's reevaluate, let's step back a bit. What's the next most logical thing that we're gonna do here? Find a new cave? Probably. And then my teammate Sin finds a nether portal on the surface. And that's when we decide as a team that we're gonna make a late game nether excursion, our final hallelujah to turn our terrible luck this game back around. 3 of us had made it safely into the nether with 20 minutes left in the game, and now it was time to explore for another fortress to try and get potions. But on our way, our luck had turned around as Sin found Americ's dead body by some lava and picked up his player head. It was a nice lift in spirits for the moment, but our journey to the fortress had to go on as we were on a time crunch. After a few more minutes of exploring, we had finally found what we were looking for, the Nether fortress. Time was running out before meetup, so we had to make it fast. Some wither skeletons got in my way while trying to find nether wart and blazes, so I shot them down with my bow, and I unexpectedly got a wither skull and decided to wear it as a symbol of my achievement. Not really important to the lore of the game, but, you know, it's pretty cool. Wither skeleton skull in UHC, you know? I kept searching for more loot in the Nether fortress, while Sin went ham on the blazes, getting 6 blaze rods for our team, enough to make plenty of potions. I eventually found a chest containing a diamond, but more importantly, nether wart, which we needed to brew the potions. And with everything that we had needed from the fortress, it was time to make our way back to the portal. With less than 5 minutes until meetup, we had made it back to the portal, and the rush to brew potions was on. Matthew had served up a few more diamonds, so we would have at least one piece of diamond between the 4 of us. Not the most impressive, but you know, crown is better than no crown at least. Some hasty brewing of potions later, including strength, speed, and fire resistance potions, we had pulled them all into a chest and split it between the 4 of us. Our last minute nether trip had proved to be a success in the nick of time. With meetup called, we began trekking through the world to the center of the map, understanding that we would have to play very carefully if we wanted to have a chance considering our limited gear and healing. When we arrive at 0-0, we spot an enemy team in the plains biome, and we proceed with caution before making the choice to engage in battle. After determining that their gear was relatively similar to ours, it would be as even of a fight as we could probably get this game. I pushed on a player off to the side before Matthew called out the purple team right behind us, so we booked it to the other side of the plains biome and reignited our long-ranged bow battle with the red team. They began to retreat into the forest, and we knew, at this moment, it was time to drink up.
Yeah, we need to push
I'm gonna wall up and drink strength.
We pushed into the forest after them and caught Pro Maple Syrup off guard alone, and the 3 of us pounced on the opportunity.
Yeah, he's singled out. He's done. Nice, good job.
Sin would push Buttergolem and put him to rest moments later, and with 2 kills to our name, we had scared off the other remaining players on that team. Moments later, I saw someone running through the forest in full diamond armor. Quite intimidating. So I went to investigate with my speed potion powering me up, and figured out that it was the blue team. But this blue team didn't see me. Instead, they saw a major whiff of the green team, and they were on the prowl. But little did they know that we were also on the prowl, and with blood on our hands, we had separated Bloodstinger and took him down.
Shit.
With the border to our backs, we had to make an escape into the plains biome where we found the blue team chasing a lonely Uard in the nearby forest. So once again, I potioned up and I was ready to fight to the death. Flufe, another solo, came out of hiding in this same corner while blue chased Uard away, so we pushed our advantage, sending Flufe over a pool of water, breaking his knees in the process. From his loot pile, I had picked up 23 gold, enough to make 2 golden heads and put us back in good condition. I dropped the gold so my teammate could make the head, and I would continue to scavenge through the remaining loot that I hadn't picked up yet, finding some shiny diamond boots for myself. With little time to rest, Uard came back into the fight, recognizing that we were on low health. But with a steady hold on a choke point with my bow, I fended him off from my team, trying to buy time so we could heal up. Sin was stuck in the pool trying to make healing, where Uard would dive in trying to make a lasting impact in his dying breaths. While he was surrounded by a border to his back, and the 3 of us on the edge of the pool, his fate was all but decided. However, he would take down Sin, but he wouldn't get away with it.
Oh shoot, I opened the crafting table, fuck.
He's on half a heart, half heart.
Got him.
Nice.
I would strike back in vengeance. But all too fast, our chance at survival would turn around. Everything was looking so good until the blue team came back once again to seal our fate for good this time as we were scrambling in the water. Remember that ender pearl from earlier? I made an attempt to escape with it, but I hit a piece of tall grass preventing my escape, and sending me to my death. With our hearts beating intensely, we made a final stand that we were proud of as a team. Our last-minute attempt to get potions saved us from certain doom at meetup, and gave our team a fighting chance when we otherwise wouldn't have. We made the most of it. Not all tales end with victory, but this was most certainly not a defeat. Thanks for watching.